Hello Virgo, welcome. Thank you for joining me. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. This reading is going to focus on the energies of the solar eclipse and new moon that's taking place on December the 4th, 2021, and what that means for yourself, Virgo. They're quite big energies this time around, and they are both happening in the sign of Sagittarius. All right, I've pre-shuffled the cards, so I'll just do a final shuffle now, starting with the Psychic Tarot, and we'll get straight into your reading. So a slightly different card spread for this solar eclipse and new moon time. So we have what the challenges are, what these energies, what challenges they're bringing in for you, Virgo, what it is that needs your attention, advice from Spirit, and a possible outcome. And then we'll have an overall energy from the bottom of the deck that we'll have a look at in a little minute. And then a final shuffle of the Anarchy Tarot. And we'll use these as clarifiers. So Virgo, let's have a look at your overall energies first. Well, we have Triumph and we have Strength. And the Triumph is a major arcana. This is the Chariot. But this is forging forward triumphantly. Things picking up a pace, you taking control, heading in the right direction. And the triumph normally comes after a period of a difficult time, difficulties that have had to be surmounted. But triumph is saying, yeah, you're going to be triumphant now and things are going to go forward in the right direction for you. And yes, and we've got strength. So this is, you're going to be harnessing your strength, going forward with drawing on your inner strength and harnessing, taking control of anything that may be a threat to you or that will be maybe challenging for you. You're going to take control of that as you start to go forward now. All right, Virgo, I'll just put those to one side. So they're your overall energies, which are really positive. So what's the challenges? What challenges are coming in that need to be considered or looked at? Well, again, we have positive movement forward. This links in nicely with the Chariot, the Triumph energy. So yeah, the wind behind your sails, heading in the right direction. So positive movement forward. But this is in the challenge position. So I feel that the challenge is that you going forward with the Three of Swords energy. And this is heartbreak, heartache. Something's pulling at your heartstring or have been pulling at your heartstrings, Virgo. Whatever that is, it will be something different for everybody. For some of you, this could be something to do with love and relationships, but it doesn't have to be. It's anything that is tugging at your heart that has created some form of sadness and perhaps separation in some area. So these are the challenges for you now, Virgo. All right, so what needs your attention? Well, we have passion ignited and we have the Ten of Swords. Passion ignited is as it says on the tin. There's something that set your heart on fire that you felt very passionate about. Again, it could be to do with a relationship, with a love interest, but it doesn't have to be. It's there's many things in our lives that can set our heart on fire, and ignite the passion within us about something. But for some of you, yes, this could be about the spark of a relationship. Now, the clarifier is the Ten of Swords. And this is the end of a very painful and difficult situation. And I think as a challenge with the Three of Swords, which is heartache and heart pain, broken heart perhaps for some of you, here what needs your attention, I feel this is saying it's time to walk away from this very painful, situation. Bring an end. Time to bring an end to this difficult heartache situation now. And of course that's connected with the passion ignited. So something ignited your passion, something you became very passionate about. However, you've got to walk away because it's whatever it was, it didn't take you into a good place, and it's led to heartache in some way, and it's time to walk away from that now. All right, what's the advice from Spirit for you, Virgo? Well, we have emotional loss and we have the Eight of Swords. Emotional loss, this is Spirit acknowledging that, there is a sense of loss, that you have got heartache or you've had heartache. And Spirit wants you to try to give that now back to the universe, to try and help alleviate the heartache here. But there's certainly a grieving element here, grieving over some emotional loss. And the clarifier is the Eight of Swords. So yes, being very stuck in your mind about this, feeling trapped, feeling stuck, and can't trying to find a way out of this situation, can't think of a way out. However, it's everything that's happening in your mind, and that's keeping you trapped. And that's what's creating this emotional loss to be going round and around and around. Feeling like there's no end to this low energy, this grieving energy. So what Spirit wants to say to you, it's time to remove the blindfold, time to remove the shackles that you've tied yourself up with in your mind. And it's time to release that. And it's time perhaps to find a way out and through this situation, to try to ease how you're feeling at this time. I don't think I mentioned it, but this is a general reading, Virgo, so it won't resonate with everybody. It won't have meaning for all of you, but it certainly will do for a few of you, or for somebody. So what's a possible outcome here? Well, the possible outcome for you, Virgo, is a major arcana. This is having patience, and the Six of Swords. So this is an advice for you to be patient now. Patient for things to grow, unravel, develop, evolve. But you can't rush. Whatever this is, it can't be rushed. And it's to do with moving on. It's to do with moving on, trying to move on from rough, choppy waters into calmer waters and perhaps even to dry land. But there's a need to be patience now, as you are starting to move on, and find that calmer water for yourself and perhaps for those around you. All right, so looking at this, there is a triumphant movement forward, going forward with you taking the reins, and taking control of probably a problematic situation and drawing on your inner strength, Virgo. But this is a challenge also for you, because of having to move on from, I fear, some form of a broken heart or something pulling at your heartstrings. And so there's this movement going, positive movement forward, but is with the energy of heartache and heartbreak. So that's why it's a challenge for you. And then what needs your attention is something lit your passion. You've been very passionate about something. But you need to move on from it now, because it's caused nothing but heartache and heartbreak. So is the need now to move on, and that's the action that's needed now. What Spirit wants to say to you is an acknowledgement of this emotional loss that you seem to be perpetually stuck in at the moment. Going round and round, being very preoccupied with how you're feeling, and perhaps grieving a little bit about this loss of having to move on from something that at one point did ignite your passion. However, you know, you're feeling very trapped with this situation, and not being able to see away from being able to move away from this feeling of grieving over a loss. All right, but Spirit's advice is, you know, to find a way to remove the blindfold, to remove your bandages, if you like, and you will find a way forward. But with the Eight of Swords, it's an energy of self-inflicted difficulties. Self-inflict because you don't want to have to see it. It's almost like you're holding on to this loss, some of you, because it seems it holds something close to you, but it keeps going round and around. But there's a need. Spirit wants you to know that there is a need now to remove the blindfold and see things for what they actually are, for what they really are, to enable you then to be able to progress beyond this emotional loss energy. And then finally, be patient and wait for these energies, wait for this to move on. You know, have patience as you are, you know, looking for calmer waters, and perhaps still in choppy waters at the moment, but, you know, have patience while you seek calmer waters and eventually dry ground, you know, find land where you can feel safe, strong again, and move on from this emotional loss. All right, Virgo. Okay, let's get 2 final messages for Virgo, please, to conclude this reading. 2 final messages for Virgo, please, to conclude this reading. Yes, here we are. So we've got fogged in, so go slow and take your time, and passion and pleasure, savour your life. So fogged in is, as I was saying, with, you know, need to be patient, and you know, as you're moving on to calmer waters, be patient with the process, because yes, with fogged in, go slow and take your time. It's not clear yet. Things aren't clear. So, you know, it wouldn't be wise, would it, to rush headlong along when you're in fog, when you know, you can't see where you're going, if you like. But the overall message is just, you've got to take your time here and be patient and wait for things to evolve, and wait for your emotions to become perhaps a little bit more stable and calmer. Well, you know, and to feel more peace within you. And of course it's difficult when you're moving on from heartache and heartbreak and a very painful situation that at one time I'm gauging, perhaps, you know, I had lit your emotions and your passion and held so much promise for some of you. So, but, you know, enjoy life, you know, savour your life, passion and pleasure, you know. Although you've got to be patient, patient as your emotions can start to stabilise, and you've got to give it enough time for healing to take place. However, passion and pleasure will then be coming, you know, once this process is done and you don't feel fogged in any longer. Then you've got a lot to look forward to in life. Dancing around the campfire by the light of the full moon. There's the caravan ready to take you on new adventures, Virgo. So lots to look forward to. It's just a matter of allowing this current process to evolve, to come to a conclusion, if you like, and wait for things to naturally progress. And I feel the overall message is saying, don't make any decisions yet, or make any drastic moves yet, while the healing process is happening for you. But you are going to be triumphant, and you are going to take control of this situation. All right, Virgo, for whoever this was for, I hope you've enjoyed the reading, and then it's held some meaning for you and given you a little bit of support along the way. But good luck going forward, and I hope you can join me again in the future. Bye bye for now.